The kids have been outside in a hot car for about an hour.
That's not open.
Monday, May 22nd, 2023. Des Plaines, Illinois. The North Main Fire Protection District was dispatched for a welfare check at the Park Colony apartment complex in the 9100 block of Lincoln Drive, Des Plaines, around 12:35 p.m. Apparently, 6 children were found alone inside of a van in a parking lot. The scene was clearly distressing, and there was growing concern for the children's well-being. But where were the parents, and who was responsible? I'm Tyler, and this is your daily dose of crime.
I ran the place in my parking program and it's not coming up, and there's 6 kids in this car. They've been in it for over an hour.
Hey, how are you? How you kids doing? Is your mom and dad here somewhere? Did they tell you where they're going?
Okay.
7239 Charlie Crew.
In one of the buildings.
He what?
Oh, yeah, that's tonight. Put another FM.
Your dad did? What's your dad's name? You went into that building? Does anybody live here that you know? Uncle, aunt? Huh?
I don't live here.
They don't live here?
Upon arrival, officers were informed by the property manager that a tenant had reported a van parked in the parking lot with 6 children inside. The manager said all appearing to be under the age of 7 and an infant. They had no food or water and were crying hysterically inside of the locked vehicle. The manager who made the call to authorities said the kids had likely been in the parking lot for at least an hour. But could authorities track down whoever had left them there?
What's your dad's name? What's your dad's name? What's your dad's name?
Johnny Harris.
What was that? You gotta say it one more time.
Johnny Harris.
Harris? Johnny Hers.
That's not open.
Hey. You guys okay?
Yeah, it's not them. They've been throwing down water. There's a phone. Isn't that a phone right there?
Are you guys okay?
Is that a cell phone? Is that your phone? Does it work?
It did.
It doesn't work? Can you make a call on those?
37 County. It's 6 kids in the vehicle.
I need to shut our phone.
Oh. This one works? Call somebody.
Sarge, you said the kids saying their dad went in this building.
She's got a phone, and look, it says Dad.
Let's dial that number.
Call them, please. Hi.
I don't know if it works.
How are you guys?
Great answer from her.
You guys waiting for Dan to come out? Yeah. You don't live here? Where you guys live?
How do you turn airplane mode off?
You guys live in
How do you turn
Chicago?
airplane mode off?
You guys live in the city? No?
Let me see.
Okay.
I know how to work Androids.
I'm not that good with phones, so settings, right?
Would be settings. You know how to work an Android? Airplane mode is on.
That guy in the pink shirt is the one who's been watching this whole thing.
He's the one who called the
13 County. Call a number for me. This is allegedly the dad in the
Don't
phone.
wait and call me.
And
So then I ran over.
607
Yeah.
2417.
Yeah,
Kids are
so
saying
then
that
I
they're
came
91.2
over,
in here.
and he didn't want to call, so I called. I said, how long have they been here? He goes, for an hour, and those people have been listening to him scream for an hour too.
the kids.
According to the oldest child, their father was somewhere inside the apartment complex, but they didn't live there. As officers continued questioning and noted the children's statements, the property manager noticed a cell phone left inside the vehicle. That phone may be the key to identifying the children's father. It would now be up to officers to locate the man and figure out what was really going on.
Hello? Hey.
You threw me off with that, sir. You're usually supposed to be, hey, you, or,
How you doing?
all right, sir, how are you doing?
I'm good.
You look like you're good.
Yeah, I'm doing really well. Thank God.
Yes,
So
sir.
she told me that you heard the kids crying, or you
Yeah.
saw them?
Yeah.
Did you see anybody get out of the car?
No, they were already in the car. I came out here to, listen, I had enough time to sand all of this
Yeah.
and then paint it. So I'm guessing it was an hour at least. Now that little kid in the poor car seat, I don't know, he worries me because, you know, little kids like that, they got to go bath. What are these kids, an hour? You can't leave kids in the car with even with the window down.
No.
You know. Yeah.
You know,
I know, I went through that. They told me that this guy's name is Johnny.
that's what the kids said.
Johnny Hearns. I don't know. I told him, hey, there's nobody in the mailbox in there. And luckily they were able
the
to.
kids are saying they don't live here, so.
No,
They're
obviously
visiting somebody.
it's not unusual that people come in here and visit people in the complex.
So about an hour ago, you were working on your.
Oh, I had
thing,
to look at it. You had
and
to.
then you heard them crying the whole time.
Yes, that. Yeah. Well, not the whole time.
No, I'm saying, but you heard
began.
it, but then you
It
started
was a
getting concerned.
gradual.
Yeah.
A gradual, complete.
Kind of like
yeah.
this.
And I'm lucky, you know, if a man
thought
like me, I
kids
can
just
still
being
hear
kids.
that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm lucky that I can hear it. But yeah, that I felt bad. You know, come on, they're kids and there's 5. Who? Again, I don't know.
Who does that?
I don't want. Well, that's my problem. See, I judge people, and that's a sin. Let the Lord do His work. For some reason, this happened. So.
Can I get your name?
You're not going to arrest me, sir.
No.
This
This
I'm legal.
This is for the report.
I'm legal, sir.
No, it's not even. Come on.
See that? It made you laugh. It was worth it right there. What are you going to do without your sense of humor, sir?
That's true. Very true.
You need those 2 things, humor and hope. Without that, you ain't got nothing.
While speaking to one of the witnesses, authorities confirmed that the father had left all 6 of his children locked inside the van for over an hour under the hot sun. Only 2 windows were cracked open, as if that would have made a real difference. It wouldn't take long for officers to track the man down and make him aware of just how serious his actions were. But would he even grasp the weight of what he had done?
He didn't see the guy come out of the car. He just heard the kids crying. That's it. Cheers, police. Hey, how's it going? Do you have anybody visiting you today? There's 6 kids out in the car.
Okay.
You know anything about that?
Yeah.
Whose kids are those?
Mine.
Sarge, I think. So we're here. What's your name?
Johnny.
Come on out here. Your kids are unattended. They were crying for hours.
No, my wife.
There's nobody in the car but the kids.
No, I'm saying my wife. She stepped away.
You what?
You can't leave the kids unattended like that, though. There's no.
An hour, man. Your kids are been outside in a hot car for about an hour. Step outside, please.
What's your name?
Johnny.
What's your last name?
Hearns.
Hearns. H-U-R-N-S.
H-E-R-N.
Just add this name in the chat. Johnny Hearns. Henry, Union, Robert, all that
And I
stuff.
was visiting over here. Cleaning somebody's house.
Okay.
To make some money for my kids.
Okay, I get that, but you know that 6 kids in a car left unattended. You can't do that, man. Especially when it's hot outside. It's 80 degrees outside. Get his ID.
I didn't want to bring them inside because it's like I'm doing a job per se. So if
Okay.
I'm doing a job,
Okay.
I don't know if he will allow the kids to come in.
Okay.
I asked him, he didn't give me an answer.
But according to a lot of these neighbors, these kids have been out here for an hour. With nothing to drink in the car.
They have
37 county file.
When the father, identified as Johnny Hearns, was located in one of the apartments in the complex, officers questioned him about his children. Hearns admitted they were in the van but quickly shifted the blame, claiming that his wife had left them there and then walked away. Something didn't add up. The children had never mentioned their mother, and all they said was that they were waiting for their father, who was inside the building. Officers now had to get to the bottom of what had really happened, but Hearns wasn't exactly eager to cooperate.
What are you guys doing?
We got to take them over to the hospital and get them checked out. They've been in this car for an hour. But putting the kid in a car, it's like a hot box.
Yeah.
We got to get them evaluated. Okay?
Okay.
And as their father, you would want them evaluated, right? Just to make sure that they're good?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to have them taken over to the hospital. We're going to drive you over there. You're going to leave the car here. We're going to have some more questions for you when you get over there, okay?
Okay.
I understand you're trying to work, you're trying to do some good for your family to get some money, but we can't leave 6 kids unattended in a car. Somebody wanted to come by here and scoop this car up, which they quite frequently do. Your kids have been kidnapped. You want your kids?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, yes I do. Yeah.
All right.
You said your wife was here? You said your wife was over here?
Yeah, she stepped away. She went to the store or whatever. I thought she would have been back by now. I dropped her off there and came here. But I probably went to go get her in about like 10 minutes.
What kind of work were you doing? What kind of work were you doing?
Just cleaning up. It's this app called Home Glow. So it's like it's a bunch of customers that pops up on your dashboard. You pick depending on your schedule or whatever it could be, and then they give you like maybe $30, $60, $100, depending on how many hours that they need.
Call again, Home Glow?
Yeah, Home Egg Glow. So it depends on how many hours that they need you for. You show up to the location, you clean their house, whatever they need you to clean, and then you go about your day and get paid from the job. You get paid the same day, and you go about your job, go about your day to go wherever else. So I had at least 10-20 minutes, and I was gonna just.
No, they were out here for an hour.
Yeah. Like I said, they had food, they had food, they had something to drink.
Yeah, but the sun's pointing right at the car. They were crying. People heard them crying. And when it's kids involved, you have to get them checked out.
Yeah, I understand.
It's for your own good too. It's your kids.
I understand.
So we're just gonna take you to the hospital. Once they clear them, you should be good to go. Okay?
Yeah, I understand.
Officers informed Hearns that his children would be taken to Advocate Lutheran General Hospital to make sure they were okay. Once again, they stressed just how dangerous and alarming the situation had been. Hearns eventually accepted responsibility for what he had done and was charged with 6 misdemeanor counts of child endangerment and released on his own recognizance, according to authorities. He faces potential jail time or probation, depending on the circumstances of his prior record.